What would happen if God suddenly appeared at your door? One day, beneath the burning heat of the desert sun, Abraham looked up and saw 3 strangers standing before him. He had no idea that before the sun set, a barren woman would be promised a child. An entire city would be marked for destruction, and one man would dare to stand before God himself to plead for mercy. This is not just a Bible story. This is the night mercy stood face to face with judgment. The heat of midday burned across the plains of Mamre. Abraham sat quietly at the entrance of his tent while the desert wind moved through the camp. Then suddenly, he looked up and froze. 3 men were standing before him, but Abraham did not yet realize heaven had just stepped onto the earth. Immediately, the old man ran toward them. He bowed low to the ground in deep respect. "My lords, please do not pass by your servant. Let water be brought for your feet. Rest beneath this tree and allow me to prepare food for you." And suddenly the entire camp came alive. Sarah hurried to knead fresh bread. Servants prepared the finest calf from the herd. Milk, butter. The best food Abraham possessed was placed before the visitors, and Abraham stood nearby beneath the tree, serving them. No one in the camp understood. They were serving God himself. Then one of the visitors spoke. "Where is Sarah, your wife?" Abraham answered, "She is inside the tent." And then the atmosphere changed. The visitor declared, "I will surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah will have a son." Behind the tent curtain, Sarah heard every word, but she did not rejoice. She laughed quietly to herself, not with joy, but with disbelief. Sarah was old, very old. The dream of becoming a mother had died inside her many years ago, and in her heart she thought, "Can such a thing really happen now?" But then the Lord spoke. Why did Sarah laugh? Is anything too hard for the Lord? Fear rushed through Sarah's heart, because she realized the one speaking outside was no ordinary man. He knew her hidden thoughts. He heard even the silent laughter inside her soul. Trembling with fear, Sarah denied it. "I did not laugh." But the Lord answered, "Yes, you did laugh." And in that moment, Sarah understood something terrifying and holy. Nothing can be hidden from God, not even the deepest doubts buried inside the human heart. Then the visitors rose and looked toward Sodom, a city consumed by violence, corruption, and sin. Its cries had reached heaven itself. And the Lord said, "The sin of Sodom and Gomorrah is exceedingly great." The desert suddenly felt heavy with silence, because Abraham understood what those words meant. Judgment was coming. Abraham spoke carefully, "Lord, please do not be angry if I speak only once more. What if only 10 righteous people are found there?" And then God answered, "For the sake of 10 righteous people, I will not destroy the city." And in that sacred moment, beneath the silent desert sky, the world witnessed something extraordinary. God is not only a God of judgment, He is also a God of mercy. When the conversation ended, the Lord departed, and Abraham stood silently beneath the fading light of the desert sky. Far in the distance, Sodom continued living in sin, unaware that judgment was drawing near. But on that very same night, another promise had been spoken. A miraculous child would soon be born, a nation would rise from the impossible, and the world would learn forever. Nothing is impossible for God.